Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Quick History. Today we're going to take a look at the role of religion and the church during the Middle Ages. As always, there's a free handout in the description below, and make sure you click on subscribe if you'd like to see more GCSE history based revision content. Let's get into the details. As we've seen in previous videos, the role of religion during the Middle Ages is paramount to our understanding of the time. With very little exception, people were religious and believed in Christianity. The church therefore played a huge role in the lives of everyday people. The church encouraged people to pray to stay safe and to pray to God for forgiveness for their sins if they became ill. The church offered things such as indulgences for punishments to be reduced in the afterlife, and many people went on pilgrimages around England to pray for forgiveness and to hopefully improve their illnesses. For example, sites such as Glastonbury, Canterbury, Walsingham and Bridlington were all used as sites of pilgrimage during the Middle Ages. The church played a positive role in improving medicine and health in the Middle Ages in two ways. First of all, they established schools of medicine in universities where physicians were taught in the ways of Galen and Hippocrates. It was often in these universities that students and monks would hand copy the ancient texts of Galen and Hippocrates and other doctors, sometimes from as far away as the Islamic world. And this is the reason why these texts survived and were taught well into the Middle Ages. The church was responsible for both training doctors and saving medical knowledge from the ancient world. The church was also helpful in aiding medicine and health in the Middle Ages when it came to the establishment of hospitals. If you attended a hospital in the Middle Ages, it was more than likely one which had been established by a church or a monastery. The church believed that they had a responsibility to take care of the sick and the poor, and as a result, over 160 churches were built by religious organisations in England during the Middle Ages. The church hindered medical development as well as helped it. The first way in which the church hindered medical development is the prevalent belief that God caused illness. If people believed that God caused illness, then there was simply no reason for people to look for new explanations or to try and discover new ideas about the human body. As a result of this, the church also made dissection very difficult to undertake, and this is the second area in which the church hindered medical development. Dissection was all but impossible in the Middle Ages, which meant that people relied on the old ideas of Galen. As we've seen in previous videos, much of what Galen thought he knew about the body was incorrect, as he had used animals for his dissections. People who did try to conduct dissection, such as the famous scientist Roger Bacon, were arrested and accused of spreading anti-Christian messages. The church and Galen's ideas that the body was created by one God fit in very nicely with each other. Therefore, to challenge Galen was to challenge the church. Those who tried to challenge Galen's ideas, therefore, were committing crimes of spreading anti-Christian messages. With the church preventing dissection and with people believing that God was the cause of illness, very little new was discovered about illness or knowledge of the human body in the Middle Ages. Join me in the next video where we're going to take a look at the factor of war and how that helped improve medicine and medical development in the Middle Ages. I'll see you there.